Hey guys, Ray from Love Your RV back today with a little electrical mod. I want to install a voltage and amp meter into our main power center. I do have one that's included with my Progressive Industries surge protector. You can see how the stuff flashes there, and I get every once in a while I'll get the amperage and the voltage, like there's 4 amps right there. But it kind of cycles, and I have it sort of in a weird spot. So I'd like to put something more central, especially because we're going to be spending the winter on a 30 amp service. So I'm really going to have to monitor the power. You know, once I get the water heater using power, and you know, we click the microwave to use power, and then we might be running space heaters. Then I also have a heated hose, so I'm going to be bumping up against my max 30 amp here at the campsite. So I just wanted to install a meter that I could easily glance at and see if we're going to have to turn something off when we turn something else on, so that we don't blow the 30 amp breaker. Anyway, this one is from Drok. I have installed a Drok product before. It was a DC to DC buck converter, so that I could run my weather station off my RV batteries rather than using alkaline batteries. I'll link back to that if you're curious about that. Anyway, they seem to make pretty good stuff, and this is the little unit here. So I just have just for test here, so you can see the display, I'll just turn on my Jackery. I have it hooked up to the AC output of the Jackery, upside down, so you can see it's showing 110 volts there, and below will be the amperage in blue. There's nothing right now because you have to hook up a pickup. It's a little magnetic kind of ring pickup. There's an iron core in there and some copper windings. So I have to put one of the electrical wires from the 30 amp service through that, so then it can pick up and read out on my meter here. I just wanted to test it before I get too far. So let me show you where I'm going to be installing this. So under our stove is located the main electrical distribution panel. And before I go too far, big warning, if you want something like this installed, you're probably best to get an electrician or an RV technician to do it, unless you really know what you're doing, have a real background in electronics or electricity and electrical home wiring, because you can do it wrong and you could kill yourself, or you could cause a fire, or you could void your RV warranty. Anyway, this video is just sort of for educational, entertainment purposes, and don't take it as instructional. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap in for my power. That little thing needs to find 120 volts AC somewhere to power it, and also so it can do the voltage readout. Now this breaker here is my converter breaker, powers my converter or battery charger down here. And it looks like what they've done is they have right down here, they have a twist connector, and where they've twisted the wires together, the hot wire. So I'll be able to tap into that, put a wire in there. I'm also going to put a little 2 amp fuse just as an extra protection. Even though it has 15 amp breaker here, I just want to have protection on the wiring I'm adding. And then I'll probably, by the looks of it, my 30 amp is coming in right there, that big fat wire, and that's the one I'm going to put the pickup around so that I can see how much current is going into the rig. And where am I going to mount my meter? I'm going to cut out a hole right here, make a nice little hole in there, and then I can mount it so we can see it from the outside. Probably just have to cut away a little bit of this. They don't want to block any of the holes in the grill there, because they're for cooling, so I'll just put it right in here. So on the back of the meter here, they have 2 connector points. Green is the voltage measurement, and blue is for the transformer input, the little pickup ring. And then they have some clips on the side, so you can just push it in for mounting. Maybe let's pop this apart and have a look at what the electrical circuit looks like inside there. Looks like we have a pair of circuit boards here. There's the display circuit board. Probably also has the logic chips on it, and then this top board that has your inputs. A little power supply in there rectifies the 120 to make the voltage to run the chips, the 5 volts and stuff like that. A little bit of capacitors, so looks pretty good, looks pretty well built. Okay, so I used my multi-tool with the plunge cut blade, kind of cut out a little square here so this thing can mount right in there, push it in, and then there's some snaps on the side that'll hold it in place. There we be. Okay, just about ready to hook things up. Say this pickup is going to go up to the 30 amp feed up there, and then the power and voltage pickup is going to go, this will go up where my other white neutrals are up there, and then the black hot, see I've got actually got a 2 amp fuse in there. I'm going to hook it to the wire I thought was going to the converter, but it was actually, I found this wire nut was just on it, so it's just a dead end, something that was tapped off. So maybe a feature in a different rig, because it is OEM. I didn't do it. Anyway, on the other side of this breaker, which is the charge converter breaker, it splits into 2 wires, black wires there, and goes down under here. One goes to the charge converter, and then one just goes to a dead end. So that's going to be very convenient for me. So I'll just use the wire nut and connect up my hot wire to it. Okay, so got it all wired in. You can see right there, there's the pickup on the neutral wire of the main power coming into the rig. And then down there, there's where I've hooked in the 2 amp fuse on the wire nut, and it's connected to the output of the charge converter breaker. It's off right now. And then here's our meter mounted down here. Just taped everything in place, and I have enough clearance in here for when it goes in there. There'll still be a good 1/2 inch or so clearance between that and the converter box. So let's put the panel back in place and test her out. Okay, let's turn the converter breaker back on, give power to it. There we be. Looks like it was meant to be there. So we're showing around 8.4 amps. So let me dial up a heater here. We can watch the amperage climb. There we have a heater running now. It's about 15 amps there, 115 volts. Turn it off, drops down. Perfect, works just like I want. See it pretty good. So I can see it from standing position, but I do notice I'm getting a little bit of white backlight there and still see it. So I'll probably have to take that apart and maybe block that out so I don't see that white strip, but from a standing position I can see it, so that's really what I wanted to know. So when I'm in the kitchen, I can quickly know if I can use the microwave or not. Pop that on. So probably an obvious question is, why didn't you mount that up higher, like put it in a wall or something? Well, a couple reasons. I wasn't too sure about that pickup. If I add extra wiring to it, whether it will skew the results. Also, I wanted to keep all the wiring and everything inside this power center. I didn't want to move any of the wiring out into the RV walls themselves. And I kind of looked at the pathways, and there wasn't going to be any easy wiring path. I'd have to probably pull out the refrigerator to do it, so decided this was going to be good enough for me. Well, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that look at the little mod I did. Kind of help maximize our energy usage this winter by knowing exactly what the amperage is coming into our camper. And like I said before, I can't stress enough, don't copy that unless you really know what you're doing. Best to get an electrician to do it, or an RV tech. Just sort of proof of concept, kind of messing around here, seeing what I can do to give me a good look at the input amperage coming into the camper. Anyway, till next time, Ray from loveyourrv.com. Cheers, everyone. Blustery day today. Nice and sunny, but